Hello, John Cope here from Cope Racing Transmissions, and I'm going to go over some product with you and what we have, and I'm going to show you our new valve body for the diesels. This is our catalog, 2016 and 17 catalog. Will be coming out the 2018 catalog soon. You can go to our website at coperacingtrans.com to get a free catalog sent to you, either a paper catalog or you can get yourself an e-catalog sent to you in the mail if you're overseas. So I'm going to go over a few items before we get to the valve body and show you a few things what we got for the 618 or the 46RE. Call it what you want. This here is our billet band anchor. I believe these are going for $40. The band strut, heat treated, twice as thick as stock. They won't bend. Let's show you the billet for 2 levers, but unfortunately I'm out of them, so I can't show you that. These are our thick lug pump gears. The lugs inside the inner gear. When the ones from Chrysler tend to strip you when you accelerate, decelerate under high compression motors. This fixes that. These are $165. Now these prices are today, and today's August 29th, 2017. So don't bust my chops if the prices are higher 4 or 5 years down the road when you guys are watching this video. This here's our billet servo. This is for the 727 and the 518. It comes with a thicker retainer to keep the stronger spring from pushing through. You might see a lot of times where guys will put in a TF-2 kit. They'll put this spring in there, and then a very short time later it pushes through the retainer. We do sell a retainer separately for $30, or you can buy this whole kit for $90. This fits gas 518s and 727s. We do offer a diesel one for the 618s for the same price at $90. We also have these are shifter gates. Duncan used to make them, now we make them. He got bored with the game or whatever. They're for either a 66 to 70 B-body shifter or your EA 70 to 74 slapstick shifters. They're $45, and what these do is if you want to retain your stock shifter and install a reverse manual valve body, these allow you to do that. You just drill 2 holes where the rivets go, bolt this on, and then your shifter becomes reverse pattern. And anytime you want to put the shifter back to stock, you simply just take the 2 bolts out and remove it, and then put the shifter back, and then the shifter goes back to stock. So those are kind of nice items. The next thing I got are our 727 billet spring retainers. This is for the front drum. When you buy our billet drums, this is included in that package. You can also purchase them separately with or without brand new springs. By itself, it's $70. With the new springs, it's $100. You can find all these products on our catalog or our website, which is coperacingtrans.com. This here, dual ring billet accumulator. You could get it with or without the blocker rod. As you know, a lot of the 518s and 618s come with plastic accumulators, which have known to have some issues. So with these, you eliminate those problems. This is one of the 904 billet drums that we offer. This one's got the multi-spring pack. I don't have all the springs in there because I was whipping this video together. Billet piston and the contact area is about 12% more than stock. So these really help for 904s Get a longer clutch life in high gear. We also make them for the 727s and the 518s too. So our billet filter extension with an O-ring those are $45, and they come included with our pans. This is real nice. This is something new that came out a year ago. The dual ring front servo that's based off of Chrysler's 1962 to 1970 servo. It comes with the dual spring, the inner and outer. It's got the O-ring in the cover here. And then it's got this really nice total gapless ring. And it's a little tight going in. You gotta take your time. But that seals off third gear oil so you have no leakage. I believe this is 145. It works in the 727s, it works in the 518s, it works in the 618s. They work really nice in the 618s. So now we're going to get to the valve body. Last year, and this was 2016, we came out with a 727-904 billet reverse manual valve body with as a trans brake. It's been a real hit. Our first year we sold 56 of them. The valve body you can get in multiple different ways. You can get the valve body with it launching just in first gear. You can get it launching in first and in second gear, which basically makes the 727 a 2-speed. And then you can get it with an extra option called clean neutral. Clean neutral allows the driver to shift the transmission into neutral going through the finish line. So, and I'll go over some shift patterns with you here shortly. These plates are pretty much the same. They just signify different years. I use the red plates on valve bodies made from 70 to 77. The blue plates are made for valve bodies 77 and up or lockup, and the gold ones are for the 518 and 618 transmission. So I color code them so there's really no mistaking during the assembly process. Let's get the valve body out now. See if I can get it centered so you folks can see it good. This is basically our 727 reverse manual valve body trans brake that we adapted to work with in an overdrive application. So for your 500s, 518s, and 618s, 46 REs, 46 RHs, call them what you want. We all know what they are. This particular one is the lockup version. We have them in lockup and non-lockup. The lockup is on a toggle switch, which is a driver command. You will not need a computer for that. Matter of fact, you're not going to need a computer or TCM or PCM for any of this valve body whatsoever. And I'll show you when I get the shift patterns out. I'm just going to give you a little bit what's going on, how it looks here. This one's a 2-wire. You only need 2 wires for a lockup. When Chryslers were 3 wires. We also will have these in 10-pin. So no matter what year truck you have, as long as it's got the torque flight style transmission in it, this valve body will work in it. And to tell you a little bit about it, if you're interested in the reverse manual valve body and you really don't want the trans brake application, and you got a street vehicle or however you use your truck, you do not necessarily have to use the trans brake. But the way this was designed, the only way I can get the shift pattern to work is with the solenoid to apply in reverse. So you do that, you're basically making a trans brake. And I'll explain here. Excuse my crude drawings. This is a stock shift pattern, and I did one for how it would look on a column truck. You got your gear selection of park, reverse, neutral, drive, 2, 1, and then your overdrive would be on and off by the button on the shifter. The way that was controlled is hydraulically, drive second, and or 1, 2, 3 would be hydraulically, and then third would be electronic, or fourth would be electronic. The way I do the valve body is it's fully mechanical. There's no electronics, no computers needed. This one here is a 727 reverse pattern, and I went down with these to give you an example of how a shifter pattern would be if you have the aftermarket shifter. It's park, neutral, neutral, and then you hit the trans brake button to back the vehicle up. Then you shift it first gear, second gear, third gear. With the 518 transmission, it's park, reverse, park, neutral. Then you hit the reverse button, which is also the trans brake button, to back the vehicle up. Then you shift the vehicle first gear, second gear, third gear, fourth gear. Fourth gear is now on the manual valve. It's not on an electronic solenoid. And that's a great thing because we really improved the flow going to overdrive. No more where you have to worry about governor pressure sensors or solenoids acting up or not shifting when you want it, or having ECMs and PCMs not talk to each other and not get your shift points right. The valve body eliminates all the headaches of getting the transmission to shift when you want to shift it, not when governor sensors and all those other things come into play. It truly is fully manual, and it takes the headache out of the electronics and whatnot when you're doing that. So, like I said, if you want a reverse pattern, it only comes in the trans brake like the way you see it, because that's just the way we can get 1, 2, 3, 4 on the shifter. You simply would just not use the brake in first gear, and you can use it as a reverse manual. However, if you want to take advantage of using the trans brake, it really will waken the car up. You'll get your good launches, depending if you mud bog, if you street race, if it's a drag race. It really is going to make it a great improvement to the 500s, 518s, and 618s. So I think I pretty much covered everything. If you got any questions, you can go to our website, which is coperacingtrans.com. Get a free catalog. If you want, you can call me and ask me questions. This valve body and non-lockup is going to be priced at $1,095. In lockup, it's going to be $1,295 with a $200 valve body core charge. So that's what the pricing is going to be on that. It's the end of August right now. I am hoping to have them in production in about a week from now. But I just wanted to go ahead and give you folks a nice look at what we're making, what we got for the Chryslers. And that's all we do is Chrysler. So if you're a GM guy, switch the channel and go somewhere else. We're strictly Chrysler products. So again, my name is John Cope. I want to thank you for watching, and I hope to hear from you.